time I am doing another episode, the second one of Create This Book 2, MORIAH Elizabeth's prompt book. Like I said in the last one, there is a Create This Book 1, but I am starting with 2, and maybe I'll do the first one after I'm done with this one. I think that's what I am going to do, actually. That's for sure what I'm going to do. Let's get to a couple pages out of this book. Okay, so turn to the first page in our book, and the first page I want to do is create a character. Fill out the following blanks at random or ask a friend to fill them in for you. Adjective, color, animal. Compile the 3 answers to create a unique character. Draw him or her. I don't want to fill it out myself. 3 blanks. I have 3 kids. Lillian.
What?
I need an adjective. I need an adjective.
I'm trying to think. I'm not in school anymore. Silly. No, smelly.
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 Smelly. Okay. Sydney, I need a color.
Yellow.
Trevor.
What?
I need an animal. Name an animal. Any animal.
Tiger.
Okay. All right. So, smelly, yellow, tiger. So, first off, I went ahead and got a piece of cardstock, and I very lazily eyeballed how to cut this. Very different from the last time I did this, where I was very obsessed with measurements and being all anal, but I was just feeling lazy today. So what I decided to do is do a tiger character, and he's going to have really smelly breath. Just one of those people where you're like, oh God, here they come, and you know it's going to just be bad. I went ahead and sketched out him, and then his favorite dish that makes him so stinky breathy, which is a plate of raw fish, garlic, and onion. I first decided to try and do Posca pens, and then I was like looking at my color range in Poscas, and I just don't have that much variety. I went ahead and switched it up and decided to use watercolor, and I was hoping that the cardstock was thick enough to hold all the wetness.
Moisture is the essence of wetness.
So I started to paint the yellow of his fur, and then I was like, no, wait, let's outline it first. So I outlined it, and when I got done, I was like, this tiger is creepy and psychotic looking. So I gave him 2 little pupil things in the middle, and now he just looks like he's on crack or something. All cracked out for his favorite stinky dish. Back to finishing painting the yellow fur, and then brown stripes, red inside his mouth, darker pink for the nose, and I did like a lighter pink for the inside of the ears. And then I moved on to the plate of food. I decided to do purple onions, and I did like a lightish gray color on the garlic because it's like white. So I don't know. I just tried my best to shade. I don't know what I'm doing. And I also did the fish in a light green with his little pink tongue. And I decided to do the plate blue, and as I'm watching this footage back, I'm like, why didn't I put like a shadow or something under the plate? It just looks like it's like floating around. I'm learning, I'm getting there, I think. Now time for the stank lines. So I decided to use this greenish brown lovely color for stinky lines. I did 2 coming out of his mouth, and then I did stinky lines over his food, and I know I overdid it. There's like way too many. I did a lot. To tie it all off, I decided to add a few flies floating around. Once that was all dry, it was time to preserve this beautiful masterpiece with some matte Mod Podge. After that's dry, go ahead and glue it inside the book, and here it is, the tiger who's just a little too excited for his stinky plate of food. Yay. Next, this page says, create ugliness out of beauty. Choose something you think is beautiful and find a way to make it ugly. So for this one, I knew I wanted to do watercolor again, so I got watercolor paper out. And again, I lazily measured and cut that out. And while I sketch, I'm going to explain to you what I'm doing. I think rainbows are beautiful. I love rainbows.
Oh my God! A double rainbow all the way! Yeah!
Maybe not as much as Mariah loves rainbows, but I decided I'm going to make an ugly rainbow.
What is happening?
Say goodbye to the beautiful, colorful, rainbowy colors, and say hello to the colors I'm going to use today. I'm not saying browns and grays and blacks are ugly, but it's going to look gross for how I use them today. let's start off with a just, beautiful regular brown. And underneath that, let's put that stank line green that I used earlier. Why don't we throw black just right in the middle there? And then this warm chocolatey brown and just a tan right underneath. Now to blend those into each other. And there's our rainbow.
That's not a rainbow.
Rainbows come out of a pot of gold. Yes, yes.
You know something? You're right.
What thing would make this color rainbow? I needed to come out of something, and I thought of just the idea. Poop. Not just any poop. Beautiful, perfect dumps. You know, the kind of dumps where like you wipe and there's just nothing there. You didn't even need to wipe.
Okay.
So I got the perfect poos done and have our gorgeous rainbow coming out of them. And I thought, well, there needs to be more on this page. What else could we put on here? I was like, well, rainbows are in the sky, right? Let's not go too crazy here. This rainbow has to be in the sky still, okay? So let's paint some clouds. So instead of your typical white fluffy clouds, this is supposed to be beauty into ugliness. So we're going to paint tan, sandy colored clouds. Like I want to envision them made out of sandness, and it hurts when it gets in your eyes. This stuff blows by and you're like, oh my God, what is that smell? And then sand just gets blasted in your face at the same time. You look up through your painful eyes and you see this gorgeous poopy rainbow coming out of these giant perfect dumps.
Hey everybody, there's a shit cloud coming! Run for your lives!
Oh my gosh, that's so gross. Anyway, finished up the sandy clouds, and after that dried, went ahead and did the matte Mod Podge on top to preserve another wonderful, beautiful artwork. Because we don't want this to fade away. It needs to be around forever. Glue it into the book, and there you go. The beautiful poopy rainbow. Just to recap, here's our cracked out stinky yellow tiger and our rainbow that I'm pretty sure would traumatize Moriah. I don't know if she'll ever watch this, but if she does, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Moriah. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed watching another episode of me doing a couple pages how to create this book. I had a good time, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye!